Hi everyone, sorry that we've not had a video for a while. Not gonna lie, I've struggled for motivation over the last couple of weeks, but I'm back now, I'm feeling so much better, so videos are commencing again. Okay, so last time we did a video, we left with applying your artist style, so that was applying it to your own images, okay? I've had a lot of people messaging me saying that they are really behind on the work, they're really struggling for X, Y, and Z. Please, please, please don't stress about it. Artwork should be something that you enjoy and you should be taking your time with it. I don't want to see any rushed pieces. Please just enjoy it and just take the time just to do your artwork and soak it in a little bit, okay? We are setting these tasks week by week because we know that some people will be completing them week by week, okay? If it's taking you a little bit longer, don't worry, okay? As long as the work is being set and you are completing it in the steps that we are setting, okay? You need to be completing everything in chronological order because otherwise what happens is you end up dipping in and out of different things and you get all confused and all muddled and your work ends up becoming confused and muddled, and we don't want that, okay? So please don't stress about it. It's absolutely fine, okay? We're all feeling it now during this lockdown. It's okay, okay? Right, so we should have done design ideas. If you haven't, again, it doesn't matter just yet, okay? So for design ideas, you need to basically be planning for your final piece. That's what it is, your design ideas, okay? So we say you should have at least 2 design ideas, but if you come up with 4, that's even better because then you've got a range to choose from, okay? As long as you've got 2 ideas though, please, that's absolutely fine, okay? If they are 2 completely different ideas or 4 completely different ideas, again, absolutely fine, as long as obviously it relates to your topic. If they are 2 of kind of the same idea, but they've changed just slightly, again, that's absolutely fine because there's a difference, okay? So on the PowerPoint, there are a couple of examples. So this person here, this is their second plan. So they've gone over 2 pages with just this plan on its own. I'm not really expecting that. If, you know, just do a double page just for your 2 to 4, that's absolutely fine, okay? This might even be an A-level example. It might not even be GCSE. So please don't think, oh God, I've got to make sure I'm completing all these different pages, okay? It's absolutely fine. So they've dedicated a double page to this, but you can see here they've got their own photographs, they've done some annotations. It's actually only one A3 page. So I'm saying A3, it might be A4, it could even be A5. They've dedicated 1 page here to the drawing, okay, and that's it. You know, there's not loads of different pages filled with loads of drawings, okay? So your photographs are important for you to work from, but it needs to be safe for you to do so, okay? So make sure that it's safe for you to do so, otherwise don't take the photographs, okay? So this page here is probably a good one for you to sort of be looking at because it's very clear that they've got their first idea, second idea, third and fourth. You can see clearly the message that they're obviously trying to convey as well. You can see that they've obviously been looking into the war and what that does to the human body and the effects that it has on the human body, okay? It's very clearly laid out as well, so that's another thing I will say, because a lot of you sometimes get a little bit hung up on having these beautiful pages. I mean, this page here is absolutely wonderful, but it's only wonderful because it's actually clear what she is exploring. I'm saying she, I'm being very sexist there, this might be a male's project, okay? It's very clear what they are exploring. Okay, so they're obviously studying this image and they're trying out different ways of completing studies of it, okay? So please only make your page look lovely and beautiful if it's actually clear and relates to what you're doing. Otherwise, this is absolutely fine, okay? Okay, so with your photo shoots need to relate to your final outcome. So based around your design ideas that you have just produced, you need to do a photo shoot plan. Please only do this if it is safe to do so, okay? We would be saying that even without this lockdown and this pandemic. You always have to be careful when you're doing your photo shoots, especially if you're taking photographs of other people, okay? You need to make sure you've got permission and things like that, okay? And it's same as if you're in a shop or whatever, you need to make sure you have got permission to take photographs while you're in there, okay? I mean, it's just common courtesy at the end of the day, just to find out if it's okay to take photographs, so you're not seeing like you're some sort of rude person, okay? So photo shoots, I always say, aim to take around 50 photographs. This is because then you've got a range of photographs to actually choose and select the best ones, okay? 50 photographs sounds like a lot, okay? It is, but that doesn't mean you have to have 50 photos of completely separate things. It might be that you've got 10 different subjects within them, and you've then got 5 different angles, or you know 5 different subjects and 10 different angles, okay? There are ways around doing it that doesn't involve taking photographs of completely different things 50 times, okay? So I'm just gonna make that clear there, okay? All right, so once you have done your photo shoots, then you move on to your observational drawings. You can't really move on to your observational drawings until you've done your photo shoots or you've got your subjects that are in front of you firsthand. Observational drawings are not drawings that are completed from the internet. You don't get as many marks for that. Obviously, some things you will need to take from the internet sometimes, but not all the time. During this food and drink project, you should be able to take all of your own photographs, okay? So it's different. So for example, a couple of years ago, someone did for their exam piece a boat with refugees coming over to the UK. They hadn't taken those photographs because it's quite difficult to obviously obtain photographs like that. So that's where it becomes a bit more of an exception, okay? During a food and drink project though, no, you can take your own photographs, okay? So, observational drawings, they are either from the photographs you've taken, or you have the object actually in front of you and you're doing a first hand drawing, okay? So it's primary sourced, it's not secondary sourced. If all of your content is secondary sourced, you probably will get a maximum of a level 4. You need to be taking your own photographs. It's so important. It says it in our specification, it says it on our mark scheme. You all know this by now because I harp on about it so much, okay? So please make sure that your observational drawings are from your primary sourced evidence, okay? So you need to aim for around 6 of these to fill up a double A3 page. You do need to analyse them as well. Don't just, do a drawing and then expect us to understand why. I mean, we should be able to understand why because your journey should be clear. However, sometimes if it's not quite clear because it's very conceptual, your idea, you need to explain it. You need to say why you've chosen that media as well to work with, okay? So for example, on this page here, you can clearly see they are looking at anatomy, okay? So it needs to be clear. They've analysed all of it as well, okay? So make sure you are doing that. So here's some more examples. You can tell here, so this is a good one for us, they're looking at food, okay? So again, make sure it's clear what you're looking at. Here, you can tell that they're doing studies of hands and they're probably going to do something with hands. Okay. That brings us on to this week, so week 9, experimentation. So a few people are getting a little bit confused about this. Again, if you haven't done the previous steps, you are going to struggle, because if you haven't done your design ideas, how do you know what you need to experiment with? You should, when you're at this stage, know by now whether you're going to be doing a 2D outcome or a 3D outcome. So with the experimentation, I've broken it down so it's week by week. So these is basically a little mock-up of one of your ideas, okay? So you can see on this example here, they've called it development. Experimentation, development, you know, they're the same thing, okay? You can tell that they're experimenting here, so they might be using this for their final outcome. But you can tell that they're trying out different colours. They're trying it in black and white, they're trying it in these colours here. It looks like they're drawing inks. It looks like she's tried it in charcoal. It's all about trying out the different mediums, okay? So mediums and media, it's your materials, okay? So, for the 2-dimensional work, this is over the next couple of weeks now. This isn't all in one week, please don't stress about that. The 2-dimensional outcomes, I am expecting you to have shown experimentation with pencil, pen, paint, pastels and charcoal. For 3-dimensional work, I am expecting you to experiment with wire, clay, mod rock, paper mache and cardboard. So you can see some examples here of people doing different experimentation, because it's about narrowing down and finding out what's going to work best for your final outcome. And you can see here people experimenting with different 3D materials, okay? So some materials you might need to consider are, especially if you're obviously doing 2-dimensional work, paper, canvas, board and cardboard, because you might not necessarily do your final outcome just on a piece of paper. If you're doing an oil painting, you do not use paper. The oil soaks up and it ruins the paper. You use a canvas or you use board because it's able to soak into it a lot better. You can use cardboard, but it's not the best. If you're using oil paint, you want to be using canvas or board, okay? So that's something you need to consider. You might also be thinking about, you know, doing some work on pieces of discarded rubbish. That might be quite interesting. We've had someone prepping for their exam before. They were doing a drawing on a plastic carrier bag. So there's a whole range of things that you can try out, okay? And then this is what we're going to be doing over the next couple of weeks, okay? So again, sorry that I hadn't done a video for a little while. I'll keep updating you. Obviously, keep emailing in your work. It's all looking really great so far. If you haven't been emailing your work, and if it's because you haven't been doing your work, please, again, just let us know if you've been struggling with anything. You know, it's not the end of the world, okay? Please remember that, okay? So good luck with these projects, guys. Continue having fun with them and take care and stay safe.